Alright dear folks, how's it hanging tonight? Alright, super. Well, what a day I've had today, what a day, fucking no real. Another Nob Today. Well, gets the boy to school, the usual bash. That means I had all day today, bugger all. So how am I going to waste my time? Certainly not by writing material for the show, no. What did I do? I'm trying to go to Amsterdam basically. I feel like getting the hell out of here and getting stoned out my tits for a few days and taking ayahuasca and basically generally getting fucked up to the max, because sometimes I do that, then I regret it usually, so I think it's time for one of those ones. So I spent all morning emailing loads of hotels. I was on the Smoker's Guide website, and they had recommended hotels, so I sent a few emails, got a few responses back. In the meantime, I'm starting to look through all this marijuana, black hash, light hash, and fucking all the different varieties of psychedelic drugs and all the rest of it you can get there. Can you get fucking high just reading about it? I don't know, all these experts, and they've all got comments, you know, this particular type of strain of hash, White Widow, or I don't know, blue cheese and all this kind of stuff. I had a very light feeling, then it got a bit trippy. To me, marijuana just fucks my head up regardless of, well, it's got to be fairly good. I got some marijuana in this country where I'm living now recently. I tried some, and it was the worst gear ever in the history. In all my years in Scotland, there was only one time I got stuff worse than that, and that was when I got sold some dog biscuit. They told me it was marijuana, it was dog biscuit. I tried smoking it all anyway, it never done me any good. And this stuff, this was slightly better than that, but no much. It was the world's worst blocks, full of seeds, full of fucking branches. You smoked it, you thought your lungs were on fire. And I kept on smoking it till it was finished. Even my mate, who I went halfers on away, he gave it all to me. He says, I can't smoke that. I says, I can't, it's fucking shite, innit? Kept on smoking it anyway, because anything to escape reality when you hate your own reality. So anyway, so I'm planning on getting stoned out my tits for a while to see if I enjoy it again, because I've not been smoking dope for very much for the past 3 years. I've kind of cleaned myself out, which has been a good thing, I have to say. When you're living in Scotland and you can kind of pick it up here and there, and it's that fucking depressing living in the UK with all the fucking music is drummed into everybody, so everybody's depressed. You look for any escape, and we all get told that rock and roll's the saviour, so you buy these CDs and you get stoned and you listen to all the subliminal messages getting piled into your body, into your skull from Robbie Williams. Not that I listen to Robbie Williams, but even the Stones and all that were full of subliminal messages, and the Beatles and everything like that. Okay, we take them for granted. We think, oh, we created it and they're just our pop stars. No. Somebody put them in place and somebody told them what to sing and gave them an agenda, and basically I didn't trust any of it. Bill Hickson says, like, okay, if rock and roll is the devil's music, at least he fucking jams, alright? Then he went on to say that New Kids on the Block is sucking Satan's cock, and he's right about that as well, but maybe the Stones and the Beatles were doing a bit of sucking themselves. That's all I'm saying. There's hard to... I think Willie Nelson, I think he's the only one I can trust these days. So then I tried to do a bank transfer to take part in this ayahuasca ceremony. I tried to transfer the lady. I actually sent her quite a few emails. She got a bit pissed off at me. She said, Nob, read the fucking emails I sent you, the newsletter, it's all in there. Why do you keep coming back to me for? I gave you my bank details, I gave you directions to the hotel. Why do you keep on asking me this shit? So I wound her up, and then I tried to do a bank transfer. I tried to use the Abbey Bank. I've got a UK Abbey Bank, right? And I wanted to do a swift transfer to a foreign bank. I wanted to go on my internet banking, online banking, ding ding ding, swift transfer. Can you do that? No. What, you have to go to your local branch to do that in the UK. You've got to go to your local branch, right? I can't get to a local branch in a foreign country. Oh, right, well, you'll need to do a fax. What we need to see is, we need to see a photocopy of your passport, a photocopy of your driving licence, a utility bill, and all this other fucking information, just to do a fucking bank transfer. You hear what I'm saying? You shouldn't even need a passport in the world, right? Because it's a long story, but We can travel without passports if you can apply. We've got the right to travel without passport, but it's just taken for granted that everyone's got to have a fucking passport to travel. So if you didn't have a passport these days, life is pretty difficult without it. I can't really explain that in detail too much now, but trust me on that, Ian. So anyway, this other bank, what I've done is the bank here, right? I had to transfer some money in a few different accounts, but I can go into online banking in this Muslim country's bank, right? And do a swift transfer. Boom, Bob's your uncle. What? So the UK, Great Britain, what happened to Great Britain if you can't even do something as simple as doing a swift transfer online banking? Hey? Sort it out, sort it fucking out. So then the brother-in-law turns up with the mother-in-law to take the wife to the hospital. After they came back, he says, you go to the computer storage because I have this other laptop, and for some reason audio drivers disappeared. So I've not had audio for 2 weeks now. I had it at the computer shop, he couldn't fix it. Came back with a fresh install of Windows thinking, ding ding, that's going to be sorted. It wasn't sorted, I still never had any audio drivers. So the brother-in-law had a look at it with me. He'd done a bit of Googling, and I kind of sat back and let him, can I get a bit about computers? Well, somebody thinks I can, more than me, on you go, pal. I didn't care fuck all about computers actually, in real terms, you know, I can't how to switch it on and do a Google search and everything. But anyway, I sorted it myself after he disappeared. I went to the Medio, and I've got a Medio laptop, I went to their website. No audio drivers, there's the driver, download, bing, Bob's your uncle. It's taken me about 3 weeks to figure that out, and I've deleted all the programs that was on my laptop, and I reinstalled Windows, and the wife lost all her Internet Explorer favourites, because I use Firefox favourites, so they were on that computer, but I transferred them to my new laptop, right, so I was alright. So I never paid a blind bit of thought. I wasn't thinking favourites save. If it was just my computer, I'd have been saving the favourites. Because I didn't pay her that much respect, really, then I wiped all her favourites off. And boy, was she pleased when I tell her that, Ian. Oh, I'm in the good boots for that. So ever since then all night, she's been fucking harassing me. Can you do this? Can you do that? Can you do this? And I've been doing it up to a point, you know. But see, when you give your wife an inch, they take a fucking mile, do they know? At least mine does, like it's on my week. Just one thing, and it's just okay. Because I keep on just agreeing to it now, because I've got my escape route planned. I'm going to Amsterdam, I get fucked out my napper. So I say, right, just think of Amsterdam, you'll get there, don't worry, big man. So anyway, that was that, and then I got an email, I got a comment on YouTube, a YouTube comment, right? I thought, oh, somebody's paid a bit of attention to Nob Stewart. Let's see what this comment is. The comment says, what's the exact quote? You are going to get heckled to death at the Fringe. Thanks very much, pal. Thanks very much. What have I ever done to you, eh? What have I ever done to you? You're already planning to come and heckle me to death. I take it you're bringing your mates and all that, are you? Well, all I can say is, good. Because at least there'll be some audience, you can, that's all I'm interested in. Come and heckle me, I'll have a wee chat, get heckled to death. After all the shit I've been through in my life, and believe me, I've been through a lot, getting heckled is the least of my fucking worries, alright? So, come and heckle me, and we'll have a wee chat, and we'll see why you've got all this pent-up anger towards Nob Stewart, shall we, eh? Because if I've got a gripe with somebody, it better have some backup to say why you're no best pleased with me, right? So let's see how it goes anyway. So I'm a bit, actually, I felt a wee bit hurt over that, you can, but you've got to have broad shoulders, you've got to have broad shoulders, and you put your neck on the line, live by the sword, you die by the sword. So if you come and heckle me, at least make sure it's funny. Don't come and heckle me and spoil the show for everybody, because that's just being a fucking knob, innit? Hi. So come, heckle all you want. If it adds to the show, the more the merrier. I'll fucking give you the mic if you're that fucking funny, alright? Because that's what heckling should be about. See all these arseholes. Actually, I'll tell you a story about heckling. This was the worst heckle ever. Me and my mates, we all went to see Rabs C. Nisbet at the Glasgow Apollo in Rab's heyday, right? And we all got dressed as Rab. We all put bandages around our head and stuck the daily record in our back pocket and wore like a grey blazer type thing. Ken got fucking welly, totally arsed. And we were all 16 years sitting in the second row for the front. And one of my mates was particularly fucking pissed. So, kind of that piss where you can't see the end of your nose. He was that fucking totally rat arse, right? And all he could do, this was his heckle. I laugh. And that was it, Ken. Doesn't exactly add to the show. 2,000 people there are saying, who's this boy back? Laugh. He kept on stopping the show. After a while says, oi pal, does your face bleed once a month? Which was pretty good response for old Rab. But 2 minutes later, my mate, oi, Rab. Even I was getting slightly embarrassed, and I was fairly pissed as well. The first time I thought it was quite amusing. Then after a while it began to wear thin. So basically, then another thing I did just now, I've just finished watching, I watched 4 episodes of, it's called The Thick of It, In the Thick of It. Quite a good programme that, In fact, it's one of the best comedies I've seen in recent years, by far actually. It's an insight into the wee Alistair Campbell's spin world of politics. And very well written, very well directed, and I've got nothing but praise for it. It makes you see all these scandals that are breaking out now with the politicians and that kind of, this kind of shows them up for what's really going on. Because anyone that gets fed to the lions like Jackie Smith or anything like that, that's just fucking cannon fodder for everybody who thinks things are happening to make it convince us that, oh, there is justice in politics, you know. But do you ever see Gordon Brown or Tony Blair getting their fucking bollocks dragged across hot coals? No, you didn't. Why? Because they're further up the ladder. Well, the old Jackie Smith of this world, she's just been caught in the headlights like a rabbit. She's done something pretty bad, but they're all fucking at it. So they throw one of it, they're throwing them to the lions, we go rah. The news people get their story, they sell some papers, and we think justice is getting done. But it's fucking no. Alright, so don't kid yourself. In the thick of it, shows that up. There's another thing I read somewhere about some guy went to do. It's the same guy, the guy that made. He's got a name. He done that Stuart Lee comedy show recently. He's got an Italian name, and as soon as I see funny things like Angeletti or something like that, then that's quite hard for me to remember. So, but he was getting interviewed about it, and he did some research. He did that film In the Loop. It's called. I've not seen it yet, but it's like In the Thick of It, but it's for America. And it had some of the same characters playing different parts. So same actors playing different parts in this film, right? And he done some research with the CIA, and he was there for 4 months. And I was talking to a CIA guy, and the CIA guy said, it took me about 6 months before I realised, is somebody going to open a door here and show me the real CIA? Because this place is just a fucking comedy of errors, you can? So, we blame these things. It's the institutions themselves. It's like corporations, isn't it? Corporations, everyone in it's not necessarily evil, but they're all there serving an evil kind of purpose, and they've all got to make the profits rise and exploit everybody to the max. Watch the film called The Corporation. That's the nature of the corporation. So the people are bubbling idiots, but yet they're all following this fucking unstoppable machine. And it's the same with politics, CIA, and inside the politics and all the rest. Somebody somewhere must be the captain of the ship, that's what you think, but in reality it's probably just a big fucking mumble jumble of fucking ball bags trying to earn a living and buy their children's shoes. So, that's my little bitty thoughts for the day. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next gen. Bye bye.